Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 4 of season 1 of Interview with the Vampire. We're going to go and hop in. If you want to see the Pointe reaction, as always, or if you want to get early access, submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes, you can do all that over on Patreon. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do for here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit on these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. With that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 4, The Ruthless Pursuit of Blood with all a child's demanding. These titles are crazy. I think they're making one sentence, but I am uncertain about that at this point. Anyway, here we go. Again, I guess I could just wait for these. I think I just need to remember to do that next time.
Dubai. I can't tell you that. Can't tell you that either.
It's all classified.
Yeah, look, it's not an article, it's a book. I know it's been 10 years. I haven't forgotten what a book is.
What is this book you speak of? I've not heard tell of such a thing. Is it not a podcast?
You were scheduled to have your levodopa transfusion this week.
Been tapping my phone.
Mr. de Pointe has arranged a physician to administer it here tomorrow.
Oh, damn. Well, that's convenient.
Your doctor in New York was consulted and has given consent. You'll find a note from him in your electronic mailbox.
Yep.
Mr. de Pointe will be resting today. Would you follow me to the reading room?
Wait, are we not getting a tale today? Or are we just gonna have a mild reprieve before we resume?
You are getting access to very precious items from the archives. Wear these when handling the materials.
That is a gorgeous setup, though. And Claudia, 1917. That did say 1917, right? Paris, 1945.
POWs are malnourished, nothing but bone and sinew. Blood is bitter. It almost makes you feel sick to drink it.
Oh God, wait, was he feeding upon like, assuming that's his diary or his notes. I mean, well, that thing said Claudia, so I don't know if these are her diaries or his, or maybe a mix of both, but somebody was feasting upon POWs. Oh shit.
Keep away from the door. Tried to be good and stay right where I was.
Okay, okay. The alternative perspective is her side of his intervention in saving her life then?
I just prayed it wouldn't.
She was the one that was still trapped in the building at the end of the last episode. Yeah. Okay.
That's when I guessed I was in heaven.
More human entanglement.
And then I saw the white angel.
Drain her.
God.
I don't know where to bite. Her body's all charred.
You know you can do this.
And she'll be what? A lapdog.
Not a dog.
A daughter.
I don't know.
He just wants to save her.
Now you want a third.
I just need her not to die, please.
But you also know what you are damning her to, though, all the same. I get it, though. Especially knowing that this retaliation is a domino he knocked over in a way. Also, he's the one. He bit me. These weird little like spurts of humor. I don't know if that was meant to be funny. The way it was delivered was funny. But she's another thrall of his. Interesting. Louis didn't do it himself. I mean, obviously he doesn't know how to.
And I realized what I thought was heaven was just some nice room. And what I thought were angels were really hell demons.
She's talking about all this so casually.
She was burnt up too.
Oh God, her eyes. Then again, Louise changed too, but hers are wild. Oh God. Oh no. How old is she?
So this my new house?
I'm assuming, if I don't remember the character, well, obviously I remember the I only remembered, like I said, from the movie, Lestat, his name specifically. I assume she is Kirsten Dunst's character, the little girl that they had turned. She seems a wee bit older than Kirsten was then.
It's a special trick only folks like us have, like the nails and the teeth.
So you can hear me, but he can't. That make him the dumb one?
They can talk shit about him now. That's interesting. So they can commune. So like his spawn, his children of sorts can interact, but he has to sit on the outside. That's a weird discrepancy in their gap. I mean, he explained it before when he turned Louis, but still.
I can see where this is going.
Oh, God.
How'd you do that?
You'll do it too, in time.
We're a family?
Yeah, but with no secrets.
That I greatly doubt.
Why do we burn bodies? Uncle Les and Daddy Lou are rich.
Uncle Les.
They have nice clothes and a nice auto carriage, and anyway of being nice to each other.
Oh, you innocent child.
So I'm supposed to kill him?
You don't have to. There's always the birds and the beasts.
You can endeavor on an experience that feels like eating syrup while riding on the wind.
Okay. I don't know what that was meant to describe.
Looks like she takes after me.
Tremendous. Fortifying myself for an evening of swan hunting.
Claudia! Claudia!
Oh.
Claudia!
Oh! Oh, no! Oh, that's not creepy as all hell.
Young girl? Where are your parents at this hour?
Oh, you poor soul.
I ask you a question, young lady. I said, where are your parents?
Kids are gonna do what kids are gonna do, man. You give them power and let them off the leash, that is
No! Don't!
Oh, no! You the devil, Ricky Bobby! Ricky Bobby, what the Bobby Boucher? Fuck, I mixed up my shit. I mixed up my references. Throw me in the river.
You ain't a girl. You a devil.
Oh, God, and she's so malleable right now, too. Wait, she's permanently this age then, too, right? They get locked at when they're turned. They don't age. Oh, motherfucker. She can't mature, can she?
Gotta listen to your elders when they're talking. You're new to this.
I'm hungry.
Well, I don't know. Who knows? What was it?
I'm gonna know.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, God.
Is that how vampires die? From starvation?
You don't want to engorge yourself on petite.
More tomorrow, okay?
Oh,
Sleep is what she needs.
my God.
Sedation.
She is going to just... You don't take your eyes off. Oh!
You suck them like frog legs and burn them like trash.
Oh, my God. What a way to describe it.
What comes out of humans is just so much.
Whee!
Me and Uncle
Oh,
Les
God.
have a nickname for it. Kill juice.
I'm sorry, what? Kill juice?
Claudia!
Does every night end like this?
Y'all get tired, but I do.
Why did she talk to the book?
Sun comes up, we go down. That's never gonna change. Why do you talk to the book?
The book is my friend.
The book is a book.
I love how exasperated Lestat is compared to Louis. But, like, fuck, man. How could you not?
Put the pen down, Claudia.
Oh, God.
Who made you?
Oh, that is a good question.
Where are the vampires at?
C'est toi qui lui as fait ça?
C'est une fille curieuse.
They speak in French.
This is what an interesting change of pace.
Putain de merde! Bonne nuit!
Mom and Dad are fighting. This is... This is fun.
Good evening, sirs. A loss in the family?
You could say that.
Poor child. Can't nothing be done?
We trying to custom her to the thought of...
It's so soft!
Who knows? Maybe we can luck out, and this is one of those ones where they can progress to a point, to like a physical peak age. And oh God, what the hell was that about? Why?
A girl vampire needs her own space if she's gonna find herself in this no-day world.
What was the saying? Oh yeah, you know, like how we hit like a peak growth period after at like a certain age, like where our bodies stop growing and then start decaying. Maybe we'll luck out and she'll like go like, and then hit that plateau and then never decay. If she's permanently stuck like this will be a fucking nightmare. Can you not see hers is wide open?
Uncle Les got secrets.
How you figure?
He don't give good answers to questions. Sits on the truth like it's his chair or something.
Les got a few years on us.
More than a few, I'd say.
How does it work? Love between two men.
Works like love.
You ever let go?
Used to pretend to. Uncle Les does sometimes. Sometimes his kills get extravagant,
That's a way to put it.
and I don't like seeing it.
Aw. At least it's considerate for him to not be doing, oh, yo, doing it in front of him anymore.
You can't lack the taste.
It's not just what you eat. You can kill quick and painless, or you can get extravagant. Some killing has a consequence.
Yeah.
Fire in your house was a consequence.
Yeah.
I used to get a little caught up in human affairs.
Then what?
Then you.
No.
Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
I thought Louis was your god. How does Muhammad feel about vampires?
I was about to say, I find it very interesting that he still practices despite knowing about, well, I mean, one, what he's doing right now, like knowing about all of this.
I interrupted. You were praying.
Asr Namozi.
What is that? That's not Arabic. What is it, Kazakh? You're not from Dubai. I thought you were a native.
Dubai is a child, Mr. Malloy.
Like how we got no answers there. What a mess of a desktop, though. I've seen way worse, but still. It's like straight up Mickey Mouse gloves.
Dear new diary, nice to meet you.
Oh, that's what they meant by talking to books. She wasn't literally talking to books. She was writing to the... Okay.
You have to knock us.
Hey, I can be a little slow sometimes. Jesus.
Still, you wouldn't believe how time flies when there's people
Oh
to eat and money to spend.
my... People to eat and money to spend.
I love it. Oh. How old are you again, Uncle Liz?
160. 159.
Always one less.
Daddy Lou, when am I gonna grow into this, though?
We'll find one in your size.
Oh, God. This is where the...
Of course, Daddy and Uncle have problems, but they figure them out quick most times. And when they can't, I can always get in between and make it right.
Oh. But yeah, I think it is going to definitely be a problem if she realizes there is no growing.
We fight. We eat. We laugh.
Aww. Making fun of the depiction of their kind in media.
And all the easy times stopped.
Hello?
What happened? His mama die? His sister die? Somebody in the family die?
I'd never been to a wake.
Yeah, somebody died.
I didn't know he had a mama till he lost her.
Yeah.
Hello, sweetie. Everything all right?
Never seen a dead one look so peaceful.
What a weird thing to say and ask.
You have a kid.
Girl's an orphan. Adopted her off of Liberty Street.
Maybe don't bring them to the funeral tomorrow.
Not sure I'm gonna be able to make it.
Talk about the house.
Over the cold body of our mama.
When else are you gonna come around, it seems?
You haven't needed it for years.
Well, we got each other's backs. Make you proud, yeah.
We can pay you in installment.
Oh, they want him out. They want to own it themselves. They just want to they want to cut him off. Or, well, cut themselves off.
Claudia has expressed an interest in going home.
It is late for you.
The smell is awful.
Wakes were invented in places where it snows.
I had the papers drawn up.
Yeah, that sucks. But it seems like they've been too used to it by now.
But we're immortal!
You can still smash your pretty little head and then take long months to recover. Eyes on the road.
What the fuck did she just hit? And if they take enough damage, they can take months to heal? That's crazy.
No blood is sweeter. Young people, swollen with passion.
But with their ability to slow down time, I would imagine their ability to avoid
1 + 1.
undesirable situations would be very easy, even while driving.
Yours? Mine. You must be most ferocious.
Jesus, man.
What? Did you just crawl out of the swamp or something? Oh!
Oh my god!
Something right there. Something evil.
Oh, yes. She's with me.
The fucking tilt.
Came away understanding something else tonight.
She's a prodigious killer. Why you want to limit her is beyond comprehension.
He doesn't want her getting a habit for it.
Been 18 for 7 months now, and it's time I started acting like it.
Oh god.
Look at you. I didn't recall buying that outfit.
Jumped a girl in between speakeasies. I wear better though.
Don't do something he would do.
Happy hunting.
Fucking 18 for eternity. Could be way worse, I guess. God forbid if she was like right up the cusp of like, I mean, it's still not great. She's still like so fucking immature and unhinged. Thank God she's not like a fucking preteen. God, like that era where you're purposefully rebellious.
He's so handsome. Adorable.
She'd be chaos or hell. A toddler? Wait, wasn't that like the whole point of Twilight when they freaked out about the baby? Oh.
Diary, his name is Charlie. He's got veins like rivers. They flow right down his arm.
I think most people do.
I just want to say thank you for driving me home, for jumping in front of me like that.
Well, I had to make sure you wouldn't faint again.
I'm pretty sure in the film she was significantly younger because I remember that vaguely being part of the problem.
Imagine Cuffin lit him in the mouth.
I want to know how tight he holds you when he dances.
He almost got trampled by a horse.
I want to know what his tongue tastes like.
Like kissing or like actually like eating it. I do think we need to make the distinction at this point.
I'm not gonna say it again, Miss.
Hey, you're gonna be saying it for all time because if she doesn't like, if she physically can't mature, that's such a problem.
Look up. Look up. He looks up, likes you. If he doesn't...
It's not how things work, man.
Well, hello there again, diary. I finally got a few secrets of my own.
Who's Charlie?
Oh, I see. Nice.
Claudia, are you blocking me?
This is your father speaking.
Oh, that's funny.
So is this what you always do for a first date? Take girl out for some ice cream?
Oh, Claudia, you're cute.
I'm what?
Young.
I'm 19. Everyone in my family looks young for their age. You live around here?
Why did he even hold up. If this wasn't a date, why did he even extend the offer and actually follow through? What other intentions would be involved here? I am kind of confused by that train of thought. Unless he's just here now and second guessing all of it. Huh.
Claudia,
Yeah?
you're real forward.
What?
Does it make me kiss you a little longer? Claudia, you don't even look like a girl.
What do you mean by that?
You're an angel.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Oh God, I'm so concerned she's gonna lose control and just give him a big old munch. And just like that, there it is. God, she's probably not even gonna be able to like stop either. Oh yeah, he's already dead. Damn, that was fast.
John? I was, and I bit him, and now he...
It's easy to get carried away when you're young and in love.
Please save him.
Oh, it is way too late for that.
I can't.
You can. You did it to me.
You were still alive when that happened.
He's dead. You didn't have to kill him. You killed him completely.
Just try, please.
You drained him dry. Now go on. Clean up after yourself.
God, he's so cold. I don't know if that's just... I mean, he has such a detached point of view of their prey.
Stop squirming and watch.
Yeah, okay. This is exactly what I thought it was. A cold, hard lesson.
This is why we never get close to mortals. Because sooner or later they end up dead.
Oh my God.
You got us.
I don't want you.
A singular style.
Anne Frank meets Stephen King. So it begs the question, where were all these diaries in 1973?
Scattered. One in New Orleans, another in Paris.
Him controlling the narrative again, like he was before, trying to maintain some semblance of control over his scenario, withheld them till now.
Claudia was everything. I loved her unconditionally. The simple joy of her hand in mine. And if you were to come across their diary and learn in detail how and when you failed them, would you share those failures?
Oh, that's a good fucking point.
Met a Polynesian
Yeah.
It's funny.
But that does go back to him being more guarded than, about his image and his story last time.
Charlie's death ushered in one of the darkest eras in our lives. The oh-so-delicate balance of our oh-so-delicate household was shattered.
I can imagine so.
Claudia was
A Band-Aid for a shitty marriage.
That's a good way to put it.
I was going to say something else.
I would like to know what you were going to say. Do share.
But yes, that's almost certainly what she felt like.
Okay, well, he conceded to your description. I do want to know what he was going to say, though.
Already broken hearted. You burned her first boyfriend. She's the one who killed him.
And Dad, you think a girl whose mama died in childbirth.
Oh, God, she is...
One said she
Oh,
couldn't.
my...
Died in a fire, but came back by the blood magic of
Oh, my...
Pointe.
She's snapping, man. I'm not shocked, I guess, though.
Same girl was being raised to kill like her demon parents did. To take 2 souls a day so she can stay in the same flat-chested 14-year-old baby doll body. As her mind and spirit turned 19, 20, 25.
Oh, yeah.
Fun. How does she even get up in the morning?
That's why he would, again, it still begs the question why he asked her then.
I'm doing just fine. And how do I know that? Because the first man I killed called me the devil. And the last boy I killed, the last boy I'll ever love in this world, called me an angel. So that means I'm on the right path. And that means there's so much more fun out there to have. I'm just getting started.
Or... Wait. Huh. Okay. I thought she was going to step into it, right? Like not be able to reconcile with her mind breaking over the contradictions of her existence, her desires, her wants, and how they clash with what she physically needs and her nature in this existence that has been thrust upon her. But then in her diary, she was like, she's got so much more left to do or whatever. And she was burning only her arm. We didn't see her step into it. That's what I was expecting, was her to step into it. And no, so maybe this is like her form of self-harm or feeling alive in some kind of way. You know, like when people cut or whatever. Maybe this is like her doing that. She was like, because like that whole little spin there towards the end, it seemed like it was contradictory to what I was seeing until it cut, I guess. That's crazy though. Oh, so I took her word for it when she said she's been 18 for blah, blah, blah. So I thought since she had been turned, that's what they were saying. I guess I missed some moments where there was a significant jump in time from when she was saved to when that conversation was said. So she's been 14 physically that whole time. I mean, that tracks, I guess, with the way she's been acting. I was going to say very infantile in a lot of ways as far as like that. But like I've seen some 18-year-olds that are like that. So like then it's just like, but then she was like 19, 20, her mind, that's the crazy thing. So yes, that answers my question. She's locked at that point. Louis turned her. So like the only way she can be with anybody is to straight up lie. Oh my God, this is, because you're going to have that want to that connection like she had with Charlie. But at a point, like, oh my God. You know what? Whatever. We're going to move on from that. That's that's so fucked. And now she's just like, cause now it's just like, cause she can't, well, I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe she can mentally evolve. So there's like a question of this that's brought up in Alien Earth with the kids that were transplanted into these synthetic bodies. But because the bodies are synthetic, the minds that were transferred into them, and since the thing storing their memories, whatever, can't actually go through the process of maturation, like with the chemical shifting, there's nothing in there to simulate that. So they're stuck at the age mentally that they are when they were transferred. She seems to be implying that her mind can learn, can grow. That's what I'm kind of stuck on. Can she, her body, we know, frozen in time, but like her mind, because I'm wondering, will she permanently be immature? Because there's a lot of things about your mind that is incapable of doing certain things, because your mind is still growing until your mid-20s, late 20s, depending. So like, is that frozen too? That's an interesting thing too, because then there's like, it doesn't matter how long she lives then, if like she physically can't mentally mature either, because that's dangerous. I mean, that's exactly what happened here, because I was going to say, like, can she even retain logistically Lestat's lessons, because he is teaching her to kill his. I like how Louis and him are both trying to like help guide her towards their own path. Like he's trying to like hope that she'll be a more thoughtful, distant killer, and Lestat. God, their names, whatever, flipping in my head. But like Lestat wants, like with Louis, he wanted to make him like him, and I guess like with any parent too, like or any set of parents, one kind of hopes that their child follows in their footsteps to a degree. Sometimes, at least you like kind of see it like that. You kind of want a little mini me in a way. But Lestat's trying to hope that she would become like what he hoped Louis would be and be like a hunter like him. So they're both trying to like steer her in their individual directions. Meanwhile, she's just kind of like fucking bouncing in between here. She had this moment where she acted impulsively. She went out, she tried to do what she did. She didn't want that to happen, but she succumbed to it and did it. And then you have their different interactions to the way they both handle that. Like, Louis still thinking like a human. He's still young in Lestat's eyes as well because, he's still connected. He's still emotionally still attached. And especially her at her age, she found herself swooning over this boy. And when she finally acted upon it, she couldn't control herself and drained his ass in the middle of them kind of getting passionate. And she has no control, at least right now, zero control, zero impulse control in any front. It was okay. To be fair, it was worse when she first turned, but that makes sense. The hunger still new, all that kind of stuff. They tried to like guide her, like put her on rails, like bumpers at a bowling alley to like go down and hit the pins. Like, here you go. Here's your kill. Go get him. And she was like, boom, the other way. And then she killed that cop. And then it's just like, but I don't know. Like, it's just like, she's just like this wrecking ball. And like, I get Louis' like compulsion. Like, it was his fault that all of that transpired, and he's carrying that guilt around. So he's like, if I can save one person, save her. But this is also in a way a curse. Like, he saved her life, but it's almost as if though he saved her life, but also he's extinguishing so many others by adding another one of them into the greater world. That's the push and pull and the interesting dance of one, the differences between Lestat and Louis, but like the nature of their beings and the way he's still kind of like resisting it. Like, he's accepted a lot of these elements of it, but there's still like a lot of ways that him and Lestat do not see eye to eye. And I love the way they do compare them as like a married couple. And she's like the kid, overhearing them arguing about how to raise her. Like, there's a lot of interesting, fun humor throughout this because it's playing everything like that. And they both have and like he said, like they were attempting to patch up their fucked up little arrangement with a kid. And some people will do that. Just like, oh, maybe a kid, maybe all of our problems will go away if we just focus on this one other human being. Like, distract us from our problems by focusing on them. Sometimes that can work temporarily. Sometimes it just highlights all the other issues and makes things even worse. And now on top of that, that is bleeding down onto that kid. It's just, it's so fucked up, man. But, oh my God. And that was a question of like, I assume Lestat's still out there. Louis is still here. He's still here in the present day. Where is she? And I feel like if Lestat was given this choice, well, I mean, Louis did pressure him into doing it, and he still did it. I was going to say, I would feel like somebody with experience in being one of these things for so long would have just not done it. And maybe he did it just purely, maybe as to fulfill some like little thing for Louis there. He's like, oh, okay, well, fine, I'll do it for you. He tried to explain, tried to say no, tried to say blah, but he still even caved and did it. But the way Lestat is, I'm wondering if it was him like actually just like wanting to end the back and forth, or just to do this thing for Louis, or if part of it was this long game kind of lesson. But it's also a lesson he had to live with for all those days, weeks, months, whatever, however long it had actually been. I don't know. So I guess I'm assuming he just did it because Louis wanted it, really wanted it, or needed it in that moment. Which shows these moments where he can, in a way, be selfless in a weird tongue-in-cheek kind of way. I do feel like it was part of it was like, okay, you asked for this, but then, you know, I don't know. There's such an interesting odd couple, and this just is a big old wrench got thrown into it, and I just feel so bad for her. But this is also just like a situation she didn't ask for at all. Neither did Louis. He didn't ask for it, but it was thrust upon him by somebody else's machinations, a different motivation. But again, it was, you know, not that she would have preferably would have wanted to die in that building. She was expecting to. She was expecting to wake up in heaven and rejoin with her mama who had already passed. And then she woke up not to angels, but to these demons. But now she's kind of like, I don't know. I guess in the way this episode ended, like, accepted that she's one of them. I don't know. It was a really interesting, what do you want to call it? Trapeze act she was performing there, mentally there. Gymnastics, mental gymnastics. That's what I was trying to get to. She was going in there to try to wrestle with and accept what had just happened with Charlie, what she had just witnessed, what she had kind of brought on. I don't know. Thing is, it might never get any better if she can't actually learn and withhold any of those things, if there's like these problems with that. So like, I mean, it's just like, this is one of those things where like, I like, not to keep about bringing up Twilight, but like, it's like the younger a vampire would be is like the most dangerous it could be. Like, you know, like someone who's fully matured. Well, I mean, to be fair, somebody is like fully grown up. There are people who are just like maybe just as bad, if not worse, even as adults. But for the most part, you know, like a toddler, like if you like, and that thing was like hungry and it had all of these powers, and it was just like, those things will break things, they'll gnaw and stuff, they'll like bash their heads into random shit all the time. If they just running around with superpowers, like Jack on crack and bloodthirsty, there's no controlling it. It would just be running down the street, gnawing on people, teething on everybody, you know? So it's just like, it's just fucked up, man. Anyway, we actually have some questions today for this episode. So let's head over to Patreon. All right, so let's start off with Andrea. Claudia is 5. What? She's 5 in the book, and they aged her up to 14 in the show. What do you make of that change and how it impacts her story? Well, that raises a lot of questions about some of the subject matter we just witnessed here. 14, I mean, you're going through those changes around that age. I get those thoughts creeping in, and maybe as a vampire thing, you'd go out there acting on it. So like, I get that here. But like fucking 5, what was she getting into the book? Was it my scenario? Was she just running up and down the street and gnawing on people left and right? What the fuck happens in the book then? Or maybe it transpires like more and more. Oh my God, she's stuck at fucking 5 though. Oh my God. What do I make of that change? Well, one, the book sounds wildly more uncomfortable it's all uncomfortable, but that's just, what the fuck? See, I was like, okay, maybe I could see them aging her up to 18 when she said that earlier, but I completely misunderstood that situation. Because, like I said, I do remember, at least in the Kirsten Dunst version, I do think she was played, well, at that time when I thought she was 18 in this, younger. I thought she was like 14-ish, 13, 14 or something like that in Kirsten Dunst's character. That's vaguely what I remembered. I can't even perceive what this would have played out like if they turned like a 5-year-old. Like the shenanigans that they were getting into or what they had to deal with in the house. Like you can't even talk to like a 5-year-old. Well, I mean, you can. 5-year-olds could talk, but reason with? How did they teach? How did they do? Yeah. I mean, like, what am I? 5, you're entering maybe kindergarten, first grade. Would you? How old are you in kindergarten? Maybe I think kindergarten's 5. Maybe I'm getting mixed up between kindergarten and preschool. Let's just do kindergarten age. Minimum 4, typically 5 in kindergarten. Okay. I was just taking naps and playing with blocks. We didn't do shit that I can remember. I have one vague memory at that point, at that age. I remember the look of the room. We were sitting in a circle. I think we were just simply introducing ourselves. That's it. Nothing else. I can't imagine someone that age, one being immortally that age. Maybe it's different in the book. Maybe I'm giving a little bit of credit here. Maybe it's a little different in the book. Maybe she could have grown up a little bit at a certain point. I don't know. I just feel like that is just a terror. I would feel a little more, well, I mean, no. I mean, I guess it would be about the same either way. I think I'd feel like Louis would be more prone to try to save like a baby or a toddler. You know, maybe not knowing. But he would have to know, right? But then he couldn't, maybe it was just like a selfish thing. He couldn't stomach the thought that his actions cascaded down and cost this child its life. So he just, on a whim, was like, is this better than death? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how the book plays this all out then, because I also don't see a 5-year-old writing a fucking diary. Unless, again, the mind does, I don't know if grow is the right word, but can learn still. See, that's where it's just like the logistics of it get a little too in the weeds for me. Because there's limitations there for sure. There's gotta be limitations there on what you can retain and keep in the noggin. Anyway, whatever. I'll let you guys inform me on that. I don't plan on ever reading the book, so if you want to tell me, feel free to dump that in the comments, because I'm just logistically curious how the hell these scenarios played out in the book comparatively. Obviously, I feel like with that as a plot point, I feel like the show's probably not going to be adapting a lot of that stuff then, I would imagine. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Again, I'm not really sure. Maybe the lore, maybe the vampirism works a little bit differently in the book than it does in the show. I don't know. That's just a wild, wild change. Anyway, side note, white gloves are no longer recommended to handle rare books since they limit tactile sensitivity and are more likely to cause damage. Then making Daniel wear gloves is pretty much my only pet peeve with the entire series. Impressive. Plus him having Parkinson's and being rough as hell with the diaries surely doesn't help. That's true. I forgot about that little tidbit. yeah, I mean, he's medicated. I don't know. He seems to have it a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Like it's this, he could have destroyed them. But yeah, I have heard the white glove thing in recent years has been like it's kind of unnecessary. But anyway, fuck. All right, our only other question here. I got stuck on that for a minute. That revelation absolutely fucked up my head. Let's go to Alex now. Now that we are seeing more of Claudia, who do you think she takes after more? Louis, Lestat, or even a mix of both? And in what ways? Right now, I feel like she loves like Louis, she appreciates human life like Louis. Well, not life as a human. I think she wants a sense of normal. I think she wants a sense of maybe the life she had before all of this, or that she saw other people have, maybe that she even reads about. I think she longs for humanity, but I do feel like she has this immature detachment to it. I think it's like in this way that a kid like wants, like, oh, that's mine, gimme, kind of, in a way. It's like a desire rather than an appreciation. And I think that's where she leans a little bit more towards Lestat, because she did seem to enjoy killing. She does prefer the taste of blood, and Louis does too, but he also can control himself. So I don't know. She is this weird amalgam of the two. But I do think that it shines through in very different ways, but they're also in a way, their own issues with one another have kind of blossomed in her as an entity. And I think it's also caused her to be at split and at odds with herself. Though at the end of this episode, it did feel like those things about each of them that she kind of like finds herself drawn to are also at conflict in her, which is why this whole thing with Charlie sent her spiraling. But she seemed to have some kind of epiphany right here at the end of this episode. It makes me wonder if she's going to choose a side, or if she's just going to, I don't know, maybe she's centered in some kind of middle road, compromise of the two or something of the sort. I'm not really sure. But yeah, fascinating episode, man. Definitely makes everything a lot more complex. And that's what I really enjoy about this a lot. One, I just love the lore. I love diving into that stuff. I love a world that can give me a magic system, a lore system that I can just kind of really dive into. Because if you've been around the channel for a long time, I don't know if I love it. I have a tendency to drastically overthink everything. Sometimes it's a benefit. Sometimes it sends me down paths that are completely like just trailing off into nonsense. And you may have noticed that a little bit here today, because I love seeing one, like it started off in episode 1, the powers. Lestat, how he showed himself, the things he did. And then like the stopping of time, the mind reading, the pyrokinesis, the telekinesis, all of the esis. And then it just keeps escalating. Now we're getting a little bit more lore about the other vampires in episode 2, about their differences in perspective as they're kind of vying and pushing and pulling for that. And then now we also get to see what happens, kind of a consequence and of turning somebody who has not finished growing as a human as well. And, or at least we're starting to see that and what that does. I don't know. It's really wild. And I love really diving into that, how this works. Because every piece of medium, every piece of fiction has its own interpretation, its own rules, its own history, its own lore that dictates a lot of all of this. And obviously I can pull my references from all the things I have seen, but it doesn't always shine a light on what I'm watching. So I'm using that to inform on what we're getting here. But that's why when we get more little nuggets, I like to know how this world works. And I got a lot of fucking questions right now, man. She threw up 1,000 red flags and then so many questions. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before I go, I want to shout out Lil Chenson, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, and Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel. Hope you sponsor and support the rescues I'm going to take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. Thank you guys so much. And as always, I'm going to give you a special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do a lot of things we do over here, keeping up with the editing for all the content that we got going on, helping mitigate the damages with the copyright claims, the strikes that we've even been getting here recently. You just make it possible to keep on chugging on, and I really appreciate you guys, because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do as much as we have been, because at the end of the day, we're doing this all for you guys here on YouTube. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. I love you guys, but that's this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.